In this episode, in the end, Dee Dee and I look at some paperwork and run some numbers. Somewhere in the middle here, I lose my composure, and somewhere around here, I break some stuff. I would do it all again because I don't like other people working on my stuff. But this was a rough project. I think I had 6 to 8 hours of footage. I did try to whittle that down. It is a bit long, but I'm not really trying to impress anybody. I enjoy doing this, so that's that. Let's get to it. One thing I didn't do we'll say 425. It was around then. I did an oil change a while back, and I didn't note on that. I'll probably do one here soon. I have pulled some miles since I did this last one. I use the Rotella filter. I would have rather the Wix, but because it is my policy, I don't remember why I just went with the Rotella, but so a Shell filter. Probably cheap. We'll do an oil change on this at some point soon. Transmission's still looking good. Done lots of test drives to find out the power steering pump does in fact still leak. Here's some fluid that's just been dripping out. And I'll be getting some lights up in here so we can better see, but yeah, somewhere up there you can see all the fluid coming out. Pretty good drip. All right. Oh, I might be stuck. Oh. Okay, so I wanted to get the filters notated. Let's get this jacked up so there's a little more room, and if I need to take that wheel off to make more space, I can, and to turn the wheels left and right to get the steering shaft off and out. did suck a rag when I had the intake tube off the turbo down to the intercooler. Came out here that next day or whatever after working on it. And yeah, I forgot to take a rag out. I don't know if I had one up top on the turbo, but that should have blown out. And then I got the one out down low, but I'm getting the MAF code on the engine, or from the ECM, mass airflow. I cleared it, it's come back. I know I have to clean out the the aftermarket filter pretty regularly. Obviously, we're gonna be taking that tube out and stuff, so I'll be trying to look in there with the camera. But I don't know if I put a rag up top, I don't know where it went. I don't see it out and about. I didn't see it anywhere over here in the engine compartment. So I got to clean the air filter out. Look for a little shop towel as well. Add to the excitement, and obviously clean that filter out. Yeah, boy, it's really coming out. Just tilting the truck back. That's how bad the seal is. Like I mentioned earlier, I just jacked the truck up, and there comes power steering fluid. That seal's just smoked. I'm surprised it wasn't coming out faster. I mean, it still has some in there, and I just drove it. Jacks leaking off pretty quickly. I'm not careful with it. Wrong jacks. They're 20.5, 200. I don't know this way. Probably close to 1.5. I got one jacks too. Everything starts to leak at some point, you know. Same lock, but it starts to turn up. Yeah. It's getting a little fluid in it. And then it's going off. Let's see if I can get the place on the side. So on the side. I need to get shocks placed in here. That's pretty good. Definitely. Roller, bumps, and all that stuff. Probably not too. Kind of a big list. Really keeps the thing going. We'll just work. Okay, we can work. Yeah, it seems like enough. No. There's one more. I can chop. One more. That's it. Ready? To the bathroom. Yeah, I'll take that. You find out, look at the sticker label on this. We're doing here. This is a DM. Okay. I believe factory. So, no, this is some crazy mod. DM. That's good. I like this factory. Unless you're selling sort of like Dow issue, it comes, which has to be ton. Dow pins. You find out, look at the sticker label on this. We're doing here. This is a DM. Okay. I believe factory. So, no, this is some crazy mod. DM. That's good. I like this factory. Unless you're selling sort of like Dow issue, it comes, which has to be ton. Dow pins. Yeah.
I'll leave things as they are. Easy to figure out. Easy to find the parts. You know. So I'm glad this stops. I know that I'm trying to yell jiggy with it, but I'm glad it stopped. And we take that rest of this off.
I've never really known what they are till I pulled out this new speed handle set. Yeah. It was a mystery up till now. It's 5/32 Allen head. Battery side mount, shouldn't irritate them too much. Found my $5,000 Snap-on wrench, or driver. My favorite driver, worth every penny. I think I paid on this like a mortgage for like 10 years, but it is one of the best drivers I have. This has been through a lot. I actually wrenched with this back in the day. This baby's an old soldier here. You can see it's even lost some of the, you know, it's plastic there, and some of its some of that mark, the coloring. This used to be a really bright orange. It's kind of become a less bright orange, but yeah, I've always loved this. It's one of my favorite tools. I don't know if you have a favorite tool or I'm just weird, or both, but yeah, it can happen. Blow this off just to get any particulate in the area out of here. And I'm going to go ahead and put shit in the intake again, just to try to keep that clean. Almost need a do not operate tag. I'm going to stick this in the steering wheel. This is my do not operate tag. What the hell is that there for? I'm the only idiot out here, so you'd think it wouldn't be too hard. But, you know, getting a little older. Brain starts doing fun things. Yeah, we'll go look at the do not operate tag. I'm pretty proud of this. I didn't have to go to any sort of safety shop to get it, you know. Yeah, perfect. My belly won't get in there. I mean, it'll be clear that a message is trying to be sent. Yeah, there we go. More and more, at times, it feels like my days are more just filled with senior moments, looking for my keys, my phone. After I find my phone, looking for the keys again. They're in my hand. If I remember right, this came out pretty easily. You just gotta know how to persuade it. Hey! Goodness gracious. So this is a cleanable filter, and it looks really clean. See if we get any out of this in the light. Very little. There is some particulate on there. There was some, but nothing like causing the map trigger. You can see through it. Yeah, I think this is supposed to be a dry filter. I think I found an equivalent of this inside diameter. think it was $150 or something like that. This is an AFE Pro Dry, oil-free performance. Yes, oil-free. That's where I got that. It says it. Although I think I'd prefer an oil. I'm not going to do it to this. All right, let's put this back together. And we'll check the codes. See that it is just the MAF. So here's the MAF, mass airflow sensor. I don't remember what I did. I think I lost the little elevators that were on it and I had to use all these washers on this side. It's level on one side and then slopes down on the tubing, and I had to just improvise. But I think that's even a new MAF I put in there just to, because it wasn't that expensive, and I was trying to troubleshoot this issue previously, and ultimately I'd kind of just over parts changed. It was just the filter needed to be. Oh, does this have a block heater on it? I think it does. Oh my goodness. That is good. I've been thinking about putting one on. That is huge. I need to trace that down. Goes there. Whoa. Whoa, why are you feeling all squishy? Don't you get wily on me. I'm putting a lot of weight on top of this. Okay. So that goes there and then it disappears. Remember this. It wasn't that. Whoa, whoa. The whole freaking cart is moving on me. I got my knees on the bumper. I need to have weight on the back wheels. That's where it locks it. Almost like lockers on the front, but then they're under the vehicle. You can't reach them. Up higher here with my big butt. This whole cart likes to really move. Yeah, I think you can use soap on this particular filter to wash it. But I think you need to use some sort of filter soap. I don't know. You could probably use dish soap or whatever. But I feel like I have good sealage all around. I'm obviously not testing this. I know there's no rags in the system. We'll go look at the MAF code, clear it, and we'll get into the seal, which I'm actually, I think, just consciously trying to avoid. Key on only. No starty. I feel the next rag will go up higher into the system if I experience that again. Here we are. Okay. Oh shit, can't have that playing. No, stop. No, good God. Gonna have to edit that out. All right, we got a code. Know that. I don't know what these ones are. There's always a couple like blank spots. It'll say nothing. I don't know if those are, I don't know what those codes are. Yeah, and it just says it's not compatible with this device. The first two typically are, they're just, this system can't read them, I believe. That one, and it's this one down below I'm finding on this particular reader. Yeah, okay, circuit range performance. Mass or volume airflow A, circuit range performance. Okay, race codes, yes, just don't care. Just get rid of it. And that'll turn that engine light off for now. And hopefully we've made the MAF happy. And we can just unplug. I doubt I'm going to be able to move this. Already starting to have everything in the way. Oh yeah, she's on there good. Well, let's give her the gun. Well, now it's on bolt, whatever the bolt is. Can I just get on it? Nope. Oh, I've got an impact wobbly. Just awaiting this side. One thing I've always done with my wobblies is you just wrap them with some electrical tape, and they're not so wobbly. They kind of keep position a bit, but you can still rotate them. Pretty handy. Okay, it's like a interesting. Okay, that's just a nut. Kind of a long nut. Okay, so that's that free. But we've got one on the back here. I think that one's going to be easier to get to with the steering the other way. It's kind of rotated it up against the frame here. And then this should hopefully come off without too much trouble. This looks like it held it, so it shouldn't be, you know, super tight here. And then I can get at least this plate off the bottom, or disconnected from the steering rod. Hopefully just be able to walk the steering rod off, set it aside, and then that's disconnected. We've got lines and the steering shaft itself. So let's see if I can rotate it with the wheel. There we go. Okay, now I can kind of get on that. Hopefully that's similar size. I'm not getting a gun on that though, I'll tell you. And it does not feel like a 7/8. A little bit bigger. 15/16. It is 15/16. I wish I could get a gun on that. I got to get a friendly persuader. Got one of my small friendly persuaders. Oh, gosh, that came. Okay. Kind of moving the whole thing right now. That's moving. No big deal. Probably should have loosened this one first. It's really tweaking that. Like really tweaking that. God dang it. I'll put that nut back in just temporarily. Although I feel it's going to be already misaligned. Oh yeah, insta misaligned. Can I even just get it started? Feels like there's going to be a trick to that. Just have it in there for the moment. Yeah, that might be fun to get back in. It's pretty wobbly. whole thing's just turning. I don't feel like I'm getting threads. Ah. Arr. There we go. Yeah, that's coming right off, it feels like. A little snug. Okay, now it's not moving. Can I trap you up here and just get you to behave? There we go. Still turning the whole thing. Oh yeah, she's snug. She doesn't want to come right off. Kind of like I guess you'd expect, being a steering component. My mind's not blown. Oh boy. It's just not holding it at all. This nut on the inside just won't hold it. Yeah, I've just been turning the part. There we go. Getting a little on it. Little turn, little turn, little turn. Can I get a gun in there? Nope, I don't think so. Oh, that would be too convenient. Okay, it's just turning the whole thing, of course. Yeah. I don't think it's gonna hurt anything. It's just not getting that outer. Out bolt to turn, nut. Can I get you just to stay on there tight, not let the whole thing rotate? There's enough oil on everything. Everything should move to some degree. Yeah, I'm just rotating the that whole mechanism. Okay. Can I trap this with, I need one more hand. Just one more hand. I know this is loose and sunk. Yeah, with that in the way, I can't. Get on that. Yeah, that's a bit of a trick. Okay. Starting to collect a real pile of tools already. Yeah, it's not looking great for a gun, but I might be able to sneak it in there. Let's see. Maybe the shorty, the wobbly. Well, I get on it. Still larger, 15/16. See, so as I try to loosen this, it should tighten the darn. Can I get the gun in there though? Can't get the gun in there. Extension's too long. Hitting a rail. I can get my hand wrench in there. Let's see what I can do with that. She's darn near free. It's a little fight on the end of the threads. Is that it? Nope. She's got deceptively long threads. It's kind of an interesting position to be in here. Reaching up in here like this. It's just that perfect angle too. Kind of be difficult. Well, it's pretty loose, but just not finger loose. There we go. And being all oily. Oh yeah, all right. I don't know where that went. There it is. Okay, so that should be that thingamabob stuck in there. Okay, now there's this large nut into the steering box itself, and that's a big one. And I bet I can't get it to break loose with wrenches. And it's going to be obviously a rather large one. Okay, I've got inch. No way. I've got some large wrenches, but inch and an eighth. Nope. Okay, somewhere in my tools are. Oh, I've got this kit goes up to 1.25 inches. Okay, cool. It might be, hopefully it's 1.25 inches, because then I have to go hunting. It's not 1.25 inches. It's bigger. Okay. And that won't come out of there with that. Yeah. It's a little puzzle. Just a perfect little puzzle. Yeah. All right, I gotta go find inch and bigger. All right, I found my biggers. That wasn't too bad. They were stowed away in a moving bin. So let's see if I can get on one of that nut and just turn the whole steering mechanism. Might have to lock that somehow. Not 1 3/8. What are you? 1 5/16. And that is the money. Okay. Boy, I got it loose. Huh. I can't believe it. That is cool. It's just enough room on the above the torsion bar to get in here, and I mean just enough. I did decide to take the pump out, obviously, or the box, steering box, because I just can't see. I got the seal out. It's really small, and I can't see driving it in up in the alongside the frame rail. What was that? Oh, that was that little knuckle. Yeah, it just fell out. Feels like it's in good shape. It's dirty right now, but I get this kind of put back together so I know where everything went. Okay, and nut you in here. There we go. Although I've got to take this, let's get this down. Oh no, that goes all the way across. Oh, I wonder if I can just get it up off the pump. So the whole steering rod, drag link or whatever going all the way across. I think this is actually the drag link. Don't quote me on the terminology. I really don't give a shit. I'm a get it done guy and not spend $1 million at some dealership getting shit work done in our shop. That's my gig. That's my jam, as the kids would say. Okay, that's pretty loose. There's a washer. Need to remember that goes on there. Yeah, hopefully I can just get the whole pump up out. But I'm going to be pushing against lines. I can already see that. Okay, and then that. They basically just, or the box, they follow the steering box really tightly. I'll try to get another picture in there of that. Yeah, so they are just right on top of the pump. They just come right over the top of it, and I mean they touch it. I was wondering if there's a clamp or something back here on that. I mainly need to rotate the box just up and out, hopefully. I don't know how much give the lines have. Something tells me not a lot. There is room on them. Where does the other one go? Okay, down in that, goes down in that way. That one I could probably get out of the way. Where do you go? That one just kind of disappears into the... Okay, that one goes forward. Okay. Probably, up to the Hydro Boost. Yeah. I don't want to disconnect all that shit. God dang it. I mean, I guess if I had to disconnect lines. Okay, here's a soft squishy on one of them coming down. I guess I can get that out pretty easy. Does the Hydro Boost have a soft squishy line? Probably not. I can feel it here. Loops around. Okay. There's quite a bit of gunk here I'd like to get out. I disconnect these lines. There is a flexible tube on the one going up to the Hydro Boost. So that line will move as long as it's not attached to the frame rail, which it is right there. Hard connected. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. So I need to disconnect that. If I get the steering shaft out of the way, disconnect that, and then the lines will move. Yeah, there's a little clamp here holding this line to the radiator fan shroud. It's another one of those I don't have, kind of. And it doesn't want to detach. I gotta get a screwdriver in there. Okay, but ultimately it looks like the lines will move. That's nice. Side getting down in here to get that one bolt out. Yikes. And can I keep those clean, not get a bunch of gunk pushed into them from the top of the steering box? Yeah, you just need a screwdriver. Should have one right behind me. Okay. Well, I find all the Phillips when I want a flathead. And I'm blocking my own line even. There we go. Okay, so that one's kind of loose. Hopefully will give me a little play. Those cheap little plastic connectors, they just never feel like they're going to hold up to anything. All right, we'll get the steering shaft out of the way. And I'm going to get to that bolt hopefully a little easier. Get the lines disconnected and then pop the 3 main bolts off the steering box and hopefully be able to tilt her up and out of the steering link. Steering something. Okay, what are you up there? You are gonna be... Oh, come on. It's going this somewhere. There you go. That's nice. Has a little clamp on it that won't turn with the bolt, so you don't need to hold a nut on the backside. That's handy. Okay, now that should just pull out. There is a nut down here. All right, camera back there. I think I have the steering column disconnected. Finding places to connect the camera here. There we go. I know I got that bolt out down here. How much of a pain in the butt is it going to be to get it to pull up? Is there anything else? So, this bolt Kind of just probably holding the end of a output shaft or input shaft on the steering box that's out. That's kind of a detent. Feels like there's a little metal on metal pry spot. I'm wondering if I'm gentle, if I can get something small in there and persuade her a little. Found that in my to-go kit. Just need a little love in there. Something's moving. Something. I feel something giving, but I don't know. Does it feel like the steering shaft is going up? Why won't this end go in? It's a little thin, it's bent. This end's bent. Will you go in there though? I hope this isn't one of the disassemble the truck, the entire truck jobs. I succeeded in turning my phone off. That was nice. Okay. What are you doing? It shouldn't be that difficult. Yeah, so here's where that bolt was. And this should just slide off. It shouldn't be on there with mega amounts of force. Come on, you little bugger. How close are you? I mean, it shouldn't be too far. Moved it. Feels like a good inch. Yeah. There we go. There we go. Jeez, that shaft in there is really long. Okay, it's off. That should just pop right out. Yep. Okay. I try to imagine going back together. I'm hoping it's not as, well, let's say interesting. Hopefully I wipe things down, spray some things off, not have as much juice flowing around. All right, and then the steering shaft is, it only has so many ways it can go on. So it's a clamp type. So my dream was to get in there and replace that seal in place. Let's see what if that's even like remotely possible. I don't think so. That's quite an angle to get down in there. Pretty mucky in there too. Going together might be kind of a pain in the ass. Getting everything lined up and to drive on can really suck sometimes. But again, hopefully everything will be a little cleaner. Boy, whatever this is on the front of the box, it does not want to move. If that doesn't come off, how do you get a seal in there? Could be screwed in. Could be some threaded do-jobbing. This. Yeah, it must be threaded. And then under that's the seal. I mean, you see this has notches on it here. You have to grab those somehow and get that to come up. And then I imagine under that's this little tiny seal. Yeah, it really seems that's where it was leaking. Okay, keep going. We got the steering rod out of the way, which is huge. That wasn't too bad. Aside the pain in my thumb that I still feel. We'll get these lines disconnected, and then I'm hoping it's just, oh, we got to get this bad boy, this line loose, right here. And that feels like a 15. I don't know how I'm ever going to get that one back in there. It feels well in there. It does not feel like an 11. Yeah, it's like a 12 or something. 13 even. Yeah, it's coming out pretty easy. Just wondering how much shit is connected to this one bolt. Will I ever be able to start it reaching in like this? Okay, yeah, and it's just this line. There's quite a bit of pressure on it still. It's a hard line, but out here levered out, those lines should be all right. Collect the little collection of nuts and bolts down here already. I don't think it's too bad though. Okay, so that in the last video, I think I said that the lines were an 18, and it was a little loose, and I did not have a pipe wrench for that. Yeah, 18. This one in the back's a little tricky to get to. There we go. Okay, it came free, nice and easy. It's good. And I actually think once I just give them a few twisties here, they'll come out by hand. Oh, this one won't. I'm going to try to clean this area up real quick. Perfect, all air. Get it all over the plastics, perfect. And it'll come out upside down. No, this can is shot. Tighten these back up just a bit so I'm not getting parts cleaner and shit down in the actual box. Well, it's tight, but you can get to everything. It's not the worst. Having the steering rod shaft out of the way is huge. But the exhaust manifold there it's right there. Okay, should be able to, ran out of parts cleaner, but here's some brake clean. That won't come out nice and easy on the back. This one though, it's not too bad. Might be able to finger that one. Nope, yep, nope, yep, nope, yeah, okay. Fingering commencing, it's working. I guess if I have to go up to Redhead, it's a couple hours from where I'm at. I'm not mortified by the idea. I'll get 1 4 pumps too. I don't know if the accessories are on one of these. I guess you can get another couple lines run. You know, other things. Sorry, of course, through your brake system on these trucks. This line goes up to this. This one comes right on. Look there. There we go. Okay, that's great. Nice. Okay,
$3. So, gotta get these 3 bolts out.
I don't know about that. Boy, this thing really puts it to him. I'm impressed. I needed to keep putting it to him. The whole box has moved. Yeah, nice thing is they're lubed. How do I want to do this? That one. I think they're all the same. It's not just gonna fall out. Because it still is attached to the steering. Now, will it just fall out? Well, we'll see. Let's go on down here and get a look-see. This way. It's moving really freely. If it'll just come out of that steering mechanism, we're gold. Golden. Feels like there's enough room. Just will it disconnect from that steering rod easily. There might just be a spot here to persuade. Yeah. It's moving the whole steering rod. But that's good. 7/8, it goes. Just barely, just need to get a little on it. I thought this was metric, but this is going on. Just get some threads so I can tap on her a bit. And not mar the threads up too much. Get it to pop out and it should be fine. I can't imagine that's a, you know, major like press fitting. I'm sure it's tight, but trying to support the back of the pump a bit. Box. It's an awkward position to try to swing. And of course all the tools are collecting again everywhere down here. I don't think I made any progress there. I could use pick fork, but there's rubber. I see rubber, you know, and there's a grease fitting on top. God, are you going to be literally pressed in there? Please don't be pressed in there. I do not think it's moved at all. All right. Well, I forgot to film it, but I did get this puller up in here and on the nut, and it did pop. Had to run the gun on one, ran this on this lowest setting, and it did pop out of there. So now I can get this puller out of here, hopefully, and this should, power steering box should come out. So, wish I would have got that on film, of course. You know, the one moment you want to get filmed, you're impatient and you forget. It had a nice little pop to it. It came apart real easy. All right. USB cord from the extra battery to the camera has been effectively destroyed somehow. So I'm having trouble keeping the darn camera going. You only get about 30-45 minutes on these cameras naturally. So I have an extended battery attached to it. It's pretty frustrating. Okay, so with that puller, I did get this popped loose. Theoretically, we're completely free here. I just gotta get this to finish coming out of that hole, which it is. It's kind of a tight fit though. Up against the lines, I can feel them. It's kind of just a long bench press, and uncomfortable, stretched out bench press. Oh, can I do it this way? Doesn't feel like it. Everything's good and slickery. The box is just heavy enough, and then with the lines pushing against it. Almost, come on, baby. It is right there, come on. Tell me a quarter of an inch. That'd be some bullshit engineering. Okay, I don't want that right in my eye. Okay, come on, right there. Where will you go? What's not giving me what I need? You're both completely, well, oh. Okay, that line wants to be a fighter. Just that one line. Just you. There we go. Yeah, it's with the line right there. This line, it wants to be a booger. I might have to actually detach it there. Oh, okay. Let's see if I can find this line right here is. Okay. Now you're free. Be free. More fluid. It's coming pretty regularly. Tools in the way. Let's try to get the pan back under here. That's right in the way now. It's helpful. Missed my... There she is. Okay. Will you come out now? Whoa, so close. Come on. It's still that fucking line. It just wants to tighten up against the fan shroud. She's completely loose. Okay, I just got to get it out of there. God dang, man. Wow. What a fighter. At least they give you a way to detach it all. I just wiped everything down under here too. I'm gonna get a lot of extra fluid now. Oh yeah, I had a bolt in my lap. I meant to do that. I'll move you over here a bit so I can get in here. Will you just rotate a bit for me? No? Okay, don't. This line should just come out of here now. And it doesn't want to. Oh, somehow the threads, the nut popped down and just magically gave itself some thread. Unbelievable, man. Oh, it's heavy enough that I just at a weird angle here. I just can't. Yay! Yay! Okay, there's something else. It's touching. But I think I'm right there. I got to get up on a knee. It's just a weird angle. And I am
Feels like, yeah, I'm hitting the, this whole thing can go forward. I'm hitting the, I feel like when I lift this, the crease is going to go out from under me. I'm just shooting tools everywhere. The camera's right in the way. And it just goes somewhere like that. Okay. Yeah. Nice. There we go. Oh my God, I got it. Okay, well, just sit there while I get under it, and then it falls on my face. Oh. Okay. I'm really covered in it now. But this looks like it will come out of here now. And I can't believe, oh, fluid, lots of fluid. I can't believe it. You can get this power steering box out without a complete truck disassembly.
In a quarter mile, turn left. Turn left, then your destination will be on the right.
There we are.
Your destination is on the right.
Huskies parking only. Yeah, I like the Huskies. Oh, this guy pulling in behind me. He was kind of racing on the freeways. In the Ford there. I thought he might be pulling in here. That's how it works. You're the best guy ever.
He comes back to the door and I'm the biggest asshole on earth.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you can graduate real quick.
Oh, God.
There's the trio.
You know, if you want to stay in a relationship, you just gotta ride that shit out.
Yeah, it's a Dee Dee ride. What do you think, Rory? You like your new bro? Yeah, you like your new bro? Rory. Is your new bro cool?
If we go out back, Rory will get all obsessed.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Dee Dee is well obsessed too, so. Do you want Dee Dee to stay here? Do you have a girlfriend? Huh? You were being real shy with her at first. You seem pretty happy now. Oh.
She's so upset. I mean,
Anyways,
breaking out
make it
into
story
like
short.
convulsions and fits. Why
She,
she evades questions
she,
from lunatic MS.
She, Are you filming?
Yeah. Yeah, give me a sec. Boy, get her. Get her, Cliff. Give it to her, buddy. You're just a baby. How do you know about that? What have you been watching online? What kind of shit has your dad been letting you watch online? Rory, do you know about this? Has he been watching naughty videos when Dad's gone?
Yeah. What's this? I'm just listening. Look at what you...
Get him, Cliff. Get her. Get her. Oh boy. Oh boy. We're full on. Oh, play it now. Oh, I'm getting involved somehow. You see this, Rory? You see this? You feeling a little left out, buddy.
Cliff was a little scared of Dee Dee at first, but now he thinks Dee Dee's cool.
Yeah, Dee Dee got cool real quick. I like her perfume. Her perfume smells good. It doesn't smell like my brother's perfume. But they've just found out is weird. I didn't know there was another kind. Am I getting sniffed? Am I getting sniffed? Huh? All right. I'm going to read the instructions on the steering gear box here. Okay. So torque specs for all the different connectors and nuts. Do not adjust. Adjusting on gear will void the warranty. Yeah. If you have any steering issues after installation, they have a number. That's nice. And then we'll talk about the cost. I already showed the sheet, but we'll talk about total costs verbally. That's how you talk about things. At the end, when we talk about the transmission service and whatever else I'd done earlier. So I'm going to go ahead and throw this with that other paperwork real quick. Then we'll look at the steering box. Trying to get better about keeping paperwork together. Okay. This bad boy came with its own little diaper. It's adorable. I wish I'd had a diaper for the one I took out. Because they apparently never stop leaking. I think somehow they create fluid just to continue to piss it on your floor. That one I took out was certainly no exception. Okay, so that's forward. Any adjustment by anyone will void the warranty. This gear is bench tested, checked for play. There is no play in this steering gear. Yeah, they mean business. God, I love those guys. Okay, so I've got the steering over at an angle. What I think I have to do is I'm going to put this gear on straighten the wheels out when we go back in, or this pitman arm on straighten the wheels out so it all lines up, so I can drop that shaft. I gotta go get it. I'm sorry. So let's see, it goes like this. Yeah, so I can get this shaft down in that steering rod, drag link or whatever it's called. Wow, well, okay, no, it did start. Good, that'll help. And we just got to get it down to 185 foot-pounds. Yeah, that other one, I can see some keepers on this one. That other one, boy, I yanked this rod up and out. The other thing, they don't really ask any questions. You bring them a box, they give you it covers your core. Everybody was kind of bringing in some janked shit, and they weren't griefing anybody. They were like, we'll take it. No problem, we'll take it. I mean, they were clearly seeing the damage, us dudes had been doing to these things, trying to get them apart or out. And they didn't care. They just rebuilt all that stuff right there. Probably making a lot of the parts in-house. So again, I can't say enough about those guys. For an organization that specializes like they do, they do it right. And that laser-like focus, they're able to deliver, and that's something I think we're missing in a lot of areas. Sometimes the Amazons and stuff, they can do it all, it seems, but they were built on good principles, simple principles, keep everything simple, But I really like to see an organization that has that laser-like focus and works like that. I couldn't ask, I wanted to ask them for a tour, but I ended up not asking. I just got shy, I guess. But I think when I go get this fucking thing is awkward as hell. Really the only position I can get this in to have it trap itself, and just really, work the solid cast arm and not squish or screw up anything else. All right, so that nut turned out to be 1 5/16". I'm not going to put any goop on those splines because this is obviously something you don't want coming undone. Yeah, it's getting pretty tight. But I've got threads already. She's basically on. Okay, let's double check that sheet that's in the truck. Okay, one more time. All right, it's not trying to lift the bench. That feels good. Persuade this. There we go. Nothing to it, she's on. The whole box is kind of rotated to the left a bit. I got to get it to just go a little bit that way. I'm just an inch or two too far from the thing. Oh. It's always an inch or two, huh? Oh, that one's starting. Let me find the Z socket. That was I could use an impact. It's metric. I feel like it's that one. This one. One up. Yeah, that is starting. That one is not. Can't sit on the floor. Grab a bar or something. See if I can lift this whole thing up. There we go. Yeah, that one's tight. Is it going? Yeah, it's going. Just not by hand. think that might not thread up there right. Yeah, there we go. There we go. That should start. I think. Ow. 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 Should probably stop doing it. Come on. Get my head out of the way. There. Doesn't hurt anymore. Strange. And one thing I've been debating is the type of fluid this system takes. The diaper on the steering gear is red. It indicates to me they used an ATF. I've got a ton of power steering fluid I bought to keep this thing draining, leaking. I don't have my little adapter down here. I just used a too lazy to get up. Although this is gonna take a while. Okay, I'm gonna go get adapters. Oh. Oh, okay. That just tapped out bottom bit. Yeah. Yeah, cool. She is in. Nice. Okay, and those go to, I gotta go find the paper again. Perfect. Where is that coming from? This thing's still leaking. That's white, clear fluid. That power, this steering gear better not be leaking. Done. I don't think I need this bad boy anymore. Well, yeah. I've got that nut down here on the bottom. Okay, we gotta turn the wheels back. I straightened everything out. The wheel straight inside. I'll attach that steering shaft last with everything lined up here. But I gotta get this whole assembly out this way to put this thing in the bob and this thing in the bob back on. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, shit. This has to go on under that nut that it is tightened to 185 foot-pounds. you can't get to that nut in here with the torque wrench, and you can't get this on that nut because this goes on the steering gear, pitman arm gear, under this steering link. You can't. I got to take that nut off in place, and yeah, it's a little bit of a puzzle. Dang it! Dang it! Dang it! Dang it! Where's all this other shit go to? Well, this is how this goes. Back to where we were. That sucks. I liked having that torque down, but you know, I'm a pretty good torque estimator. So I think. That just turned everything. Oh, fuck. It is on there. Oh, steering box is moving, that's good. I need to stop this thing from turning. I need to put it on the ground. Oh, shit. Can I get the box end on there? Yeah. There she goes. Okay, well we seated the pitman arm for sure. You know, it's at its torque spec and seated, so that's good. I don't know, you can go nuts torquing things down. I always try to be real diligent about that, but in this case, there's no way you can get in here, and you got to put this plate on. There's that. Where'd the nut go? Come on, nut. There you are. All right, so I got to clean this up. Take it to the solvent tank and just get the big stuff off of it. And then this goes on. It's got to go on the shaft, the other shaft with the pitman arm. And then slide. This needs to be in there loosely when I put it up. Loosely, and then this has got to go over that, and then that nut's got to go in there. All right, let's go clean all this shit up. There's just gunk all over the threads and everything. It's oily and stuff. Hey GoPro, stop. It doesn't listen. All right, I got everything cleaned up so it's not a complete cake. Okay, so you go like that. I need that too. You've got to go in loosely. That's on there, and then this has got to go. Okay, you do not want to go up now. Okay, we got to pull the wheel over. Pull the wheels over. There we go. Okay, and then this goes back on. I can thread a thing. I can do it. Come on, there we go. Okay, and then this little bad mamba jamba will be easier to put on right now with this little wobbly do loose. I think. It's not feeling like it. Come on. Come on, wobbly do. Still not threading. Still not threading. Still not threading. Now we're threading. Yeah, that goes on nice and easy. Before you tighten this little wobbly do on this plate, put this up first. Okay. Now that has adjustment. I'm presuming that it's, I might have to adjust this to lock it properly. I mean, this box should be the same exact dimensions. This plate might pull this, help pull this out. Now the steering box already has it locked where it should be. We're going to let that be. Okay, let's torque this back down. Alrighty. 150, 160, 170. 184. Perfect. I mean, that's gonna have to do. It's right at the end of the shaft, but it's all on there. So everything's adding up. That's good. Good, 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 good. Okay. There we go. Oh, yeah. Too much. Oh, right about there, I think. Yeah. Okay. And then this is not the right wrench. Where's the right wrench? Is this the right wrench? I think this is the right wrench. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I had two of them. So I didn't work the wobbly do. There we go. And there's just enough room to not get in here. So, where was it that I had this so I could actually get in here? How did I do it? Was it all the little turn, little turn, little turn? That's going to be the name of this game. Is that something I can, no, can't get it from anywhere but here. Just enough room to get in here, but not enough to turn this a lot. Oy. It's getting better as it's going on, getting a little more room. There we go. Okay, now, there's some of the little lobby deal. I can go up there. Can you go? Where are you going? Down here? Oh, smokes. Might be able to. Almost done. Yeah. It is very specific. Okay, that's worse. Nice. Oh, smokes. Can't light up there. Yeah. Oh, it's just stopped. What the heck? Let me get you. Oh, this way. Get you on here. Oh, yeah. Wow, what is that? Holy smokes. Now this is oh, that's not like, it's not like a lobby deal. It's jeez, that's close. I wonder if this geometry changed all because it's getting follow up traffic. Just try this. Is that close? We're now? Just, oh, so that's it. That's the components. But, I don't know. Sorry. Yeah, just watch it myself. That's straight, so the lobby is supposed to be there. Turn it here. Okay, just like, we'll use a lot of that. Maybe the whole thing's there. There we go. Come on. All right, should be good. Oh, pause. Okay, stay down. Ready lines? Tighten this real quick. Just think about it. Hold stay on. Oh, what's up? What's up? What's up? Right? 15, 16? It's not. Okay. No, 15, 16. Let's make it somewhere. That's okay. Oh, just makes it's too small. That's good. Metric. How's that metric? I'll go on a metric first. Okay. Oh, it's not. I'm not. It's not 15, 16, so. That's 70. That's 70. Somebody, where's it? I'm at a loss. Wow, okay. There are just no other wrenches here. I'm using them all. It's definitely not an inch. Okay, so 15/16. 7/8 is the next one down from 15/16. All right, so that was that nut on the wobbly gear that goes to the steering link was 7/8. I just accidentally rounded it off with the 15/16. So it fit. I just had to drive it on a bit, clean up the nut. So no big deal. It's nice and tight now. I should take this out before I put it up. Didn't know I didn't have to put it on. Maybe that one for it. Okay, and this one goes kind of like that. It goes. I believe under this one, like so. And this one. No. This one goes under that one. Like that. Okay. That's a little puzzle. Okay, that's it. That's fine. Is that one through there? I think it was. Just a lights on, see the bolt in. You working? Oh. Not that. It's like here. Yes, it's right. Okay. Can you see it? No. Grab your okay. Is that a hole? No. Is that a hole? No. There's a hole. That, no. Okay. Right there. Up. That's it. Right up. No. Okay. So what I like about this particular ratchet is it's a toothless. So like once quiet. There's a couple of things. Like I have a set of these, a small quarter to 3/8 whatever you have. And just love the clutch. Slide your little turns, it's a lot easier to adapt. A great little wrenches. Ratchets. Especially when you're in space like this. So there's no clearance between the pitman arm mounting there and this axle mount. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to loosen the box bolts and try to lift the whole, at least front of the box up, and see if I can get just a little more room there. Basically, probably the third time, but I gotta get more clearance on that. The whole box is moved there. Okay, so let's get my old friend down here. Buddy, made this for me. He hand cut this part himself. I knew one in this one. It was really good metal. But he hand cut this. You can see it. It hasn't been ground at all. He just cut this ring in. That was amazing. Back in the days. Yeah, okay, so I moved this one out significantly. There we go. That's good. Now see the little squeeze. And look once. Yeah, give me a 4 inch. Okay. Lower now. I'll be right on that. I'm running. That's bad. Okay. I just things over now. Okay. Back for you. Wait a minute. Find him. There's here. 1, down. 1, down. Okay, now great. Now we're down box. Touching. Yeah, cool. Okay, so straighten out the wheel, wheel side straight, do a steering shaft, use fluids, connect tube, stick it through, and should be able to thread this, push up tools out of the way. Up, my new wheel. We're gonna grease this real quick as well. I'll let the wheel grease out, so I think it's gonna go to, like tip grease or something. And getting grease of some sort. We'll squirt a little bit of that in there. There are some desserts in there. There's also back here on the big one. There's over there. There's one below on the steering link, on the side, connecting this to here, and then these, and then the, only the top bolt joint. All the bottom there is no zip for that. There's no way to go in there. So, that little bucket runs out of there, and probably run some lines. Springs and greases. Not pretty package. Okay, we got line sight, bolt tight. That's all tight. Just get the grease real quick. And get the tube back in, have the tire on. I'll be very soon. No, inside, no, here. Track has like millions of something like this. That's a shoulder strap. And you kind of that's what's shoulder. It's like this. Okay. And you can control the hose. You got this gun hanging around somewhere. Or hanging down, hanging around. So what we need, have it hand pump while you're trying to. I think I can get in there from up top. Oh yeah. Depth perception. She's squirting out just a little bit. It's enough there. Okay, that's good. Squirting out there, that's good. I know I got some of these at some point years ago or a couple years ago. Oh, come on. All right, go get the other side real quick. Alright, you can put it on the steering wheel first, and then slide on the input shaft of the steering gear. You'll make you think, oh no, this is the right shaft for the steering wheel, right? I'll put you after the steering box. But like that. Now, keep it down. And it's super easy. It's like it's holding stuff back. Now, get back up. Yeah, that's it. Okay. And one play. No, I can see that. Back to the paper. So close. Wait, what's that? What's on the shaft? Yeah, what's on the take this, right? Take it down. Take it down. Okay. Now you move. And you move. You go up. You go up. Right. Well, okay. Okay. And that's way off the door. Here's up. There you go. Just, we're just, oh, this supposed to go through. Is this whole thing standard or something? I don't think it does. It must. No, it's really hard. Huh. No, I don't know what to say. My geometry off or something? My goodness. You go down. See this guys. Is that whole thing down? Does not. It's just fixed. And you're not all the way on. I don't know what's going on. Let's see if I can show you. Show myself to you. Okay. Go over here. Good first. All right. So what we're doing with this, we're running near all the way on the. Oh, fuck. Just go outside. Rotate. Rotate. Okay. Yeah. There's a little bit back here. Both supposed to go through. Any contact. We're going near that. Fuck off. Oh my fucking god. What the fuck is that in there? Alright. Is that all thing down? Does not. It's just fixed. And you're not all the way on. I don't know what's going on. Let's see if I can show you. Show myself to you. Okay. I'm going to go over here. Good first. Alright. So what we're doing with this, we're running near all the way on the. Oh fuck. Just go outside. Rotate. Okay. Yeah. There's a little bit back here. Both supposed to go through. Any contact. We're going to need that. Fuck off. Oh my fucking god. What the fuck is that in there? Alright. So, yeah, I need to switch like this. I'll straight have to go down on the input shaft of the steering box. But, what is all things coming out? No. Like, it's got these little holes. I don't think this comes in or out. Yeah, it's fixed. It looks like my extended track. Take this up. Sorry to tell. Sorry to think. I can't make the steering box go forward anymore. Huh. Is this box from a different model or something? It's a little shorter. That shit surprised me. Yeah, I can't get it to move. I don't think the steering wheel moved out. That's fixed to the firewall. Yeah, I don't know. No, like, something's not right. I think I need to send a picture of this. I can probably get the bolt in. Tighten up, make it work. What if that comes down the freeway? I don't know how much is. I don't think it's not much more than that darn shaft. I just don't think it's on the budget at all. Okay. Maybe let's look at the steering box up to clearance. A little bit. Did that make that much difference? No. I might be a little bit right now, but yeah, I'm touching that. That's a no. This whole thing. The bolts are pretty, these are pretty competitive. They don't have the wiggle, so they're not going to get, you can't just move out of it. Well, I don't know. I think I'm going to give it a whirl. I'm going to put this in. Oh, this in. I'll leave it going. Second check. You know, you think it's thread. It's in the chat. I won't. I'm not getting an inch now. Fuck. That's. It's impossible here. Yeah, I think it's going now. Maybe. No. I'm starting it. Just thinking around. Oh, I pull this, yeah. Oh, no, I'll get fridge. I'm just thinking about where. Oh gosh. I'm not very much. Not very much. Yeah, it's around there. Okay, well. I did set these side by side and pull out my measuring tape and like I'm a nerd. Every time I build something like this, you're like, you got a micrometer and a spectrometer and a counter and a microscope, an oscilloscope, a hammer, a ruler, protractor, compass. So every kind of measuring and like calculation type device. You're looking here. Because it will hand you. Okay, parts there. Oh, it's working. What's exactly the same? I must be doing something on here. Those bolts are bolts. They don't go on this box. They are. I got a little out of it this way. Just to lift this off the mount. If I set that down on that mount, so it rubs. I'm gonna get an inch. Something's gotta move here. Some should be extending. Contracting. Thanks. I don't know if it's off. I think it's come out. So, I'll just put it down. Yeah, it's not going at all. Come on, guys. Why don't you go up? Go up, yeah. I did one, yeah. Go down. Sure. It's time. Stop. So much exciting. I like the legs to get apart. Makes it get apart. This should go up. This fucking shaft. What? I want you to go up. Go up. Probably get the part out. I don't know. No. Just won't move at all now. It's like I got trapped. It's lower. It's always just out of reach. Fuck me now. Trying to nail on the scraper. Don't fuck me. This should go up. There's plenty of room to go up now. It's gotta slide on. This fucker. Yeah. Don't go down. Jump. It's down. Stop. So much exciting. I like the legs to get apart. Makes it get apart. This should go up. This fucking shaft. Just won't move. Oh no. Take that trap. It's water. It's always just out of reach. Fuck me now. Trying to kneel on the scraper. God, it's fucking me. It should go up. There's plenty of room to go up now. It's gotta slide on. This fucker. It won't slide on. Yeah, this is correct. This is that trick. Oh, it's all. Where's the easy? Nope. Right here. This spot. No. I think both are going. Oh, no, it won't. It won't. There we go. Okay. So that's all the way on. I need. Well, I need a lot. Okay, no, come on now. You go up. Something move. All the way on. No, 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 no. This moves. This has to move. This must be moving. This is moving. It's not fixed. Something's moving. That's all the way down. It's way too far. But, yeah, it's up or down. It's like this. This is up or down. Something's gotta move. Or, I got up here. I got a short fucking power steering box. Like a, some, oh, wait, shorter. Just fuck with people. Yeah, that's right. Let's do that. Something like that. I need to fuck. Put it in. Have to do something. Let me get it. 20 bar. Where's it go? This is one short. 20 bar. My favorite side. And one. This baby. Your life saving. This. Hold that. Come down. Wait, no. Nothing's moving. It's not. That's all that works for. See it? I know. Well, it's like something moving. I can't even. It's all the way down. I can't get it. Yeah, it's just something moving. Man, not significantly. Huh. Is this happening there? No. I see off the check down here again. This has to move. Has to. I don't get anything off. Oh, stuff like that. Remember, stand touch it. And you can go on. No. Huh? Yeah, there's only fucking power steering box. It's in the short. Second half short. These bolts, there's no movement on these. This way. And we gotta go that way. The shaft is not extending the track. He's right here. It looks like it's wood here, like wood, but. Can I get it? There we go. Okay. Take that off. No, this is. Okay, yeah. Yeah, it's tube. It does not. It has these little coils in it. I don't know if that's probably help with strengthening the tube or something. If not tube, so that's solid shut. But. If there's one that's longer, I'll get on. I don't do that. Go in here. That's not me at all. Maybe it's a burr on my chat. Maybe turn it around and build it. But to get on off, I need an extra longer. I got a couple percent. Okay, called the O'Reillys, and I had them pull the part number on this, and the other part number that I saw, that other part number is this top steering shaft going through the firewall. That's a 176, ending in a 176. This other one ends in a 131, and that's the lower. What I asked him was, does this 176 move in and out? And he said yes. Oh, it's just really corroded. No, is that? That is solid. That's not moving. This is different than that. Oh. This one's different than the one he had. I had him pull. What the heck? What the heck? That doesn't move at all. This doesn't seem to be moving at all. This upper is not moving. It has to. One of these has to extend and contract, or I got an 1.5 inch short steering box. If I can get this off in the next 5 minutes and see what I'm dealing with. It's $103 for this upper. This is kind of convenient that you can just take this boot off and at least see this upper steering mechanism. I hate the idea of having to buy a different upper steering shaft, but ultimately if it gets me, he said it had 4 inches of travel. Oh shit. Well, that's gone. I did find it. Found it. It only rolled a quarter away across the shop. But victory. I don't have to pay for a $10 little dinky piece of metal. Okay, we gotta lubricate. What we've got going on here is I've got another big mess here where I can't even get to anything. And this is supposed to be telescoping, and it is not. It's completely rusted up. So we've got to get this moving again. And I don't know how to quite do that right now. All right, now how can I get that to come free? I think I pushed it up. Boy, she is rusty. Rusty. And it moves a lot. I don't know if you can see. I'll try to get you in here. So it's up there. That bad boy there is all rusty. And I think this whole thing is supposed to move up and down, and it's not. I think it moved up and got stuck on rust. I think that's why I may be short. Almost fell off the creeper here. So, what can I do to... I can put a brass punch in there and try to punch it down from the inside. Hitting on the bottom. I mean, it's already fucked. It's just not moving. I can see somebody's kind of dinged on it before. What time is it? Can I go get this other one? I think I've run out of time tonight. They're open tomorrow. I wanted this done tonight. I want some other things too. I want like a pony. I might be able to just make it. I'm gonna fly. It gives me an option. All right, I was running to the parts store and I had to change of heart. I want to fix the shaft that's in there and get it articulating again. So there's a wily bolt nut up in there that I think I can just get to. It's right here, and you can't see that, of course. It's right here. I don't know if you can see that either, but can I get over there? Yes, no. Yes, no. Yeah, they conveniently put a plate in the whole wheel. Don't be a numbskull. Okay, and then just use a socket. So, right about there. Yeah, okay, yeah. Take our paper towel out for now. What do we think that is? Yeah, you gotta use your brain sometimes. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Okay. So those are a 10. We need about a 13 or 14. Oh yeah, oh, that's big. That's a big fatty. It's a lot bigger than I thought. That's smaller. Okay. These are the biggest this little guy goes up to. I might have to go to a Big Daddy. Oh yeah, I might have to go to... Might have to go up. Oh, you get me there? Oh my goodness, you won't. You won't. Okay, we're going to real ratchets. I'll get an impact out at this point. I am frustrated. An air chisel. Okay. So now I have a massive compensation with an extension going on here. It is a 15. It's so long, in fact, I can barely operate it. Oh boy. It's like the Joker. He pulls out that 44 Magnum with like a 4-foot barrel on it. That's what I'm doing here. I love it. Please tell me that's one of those locking. How I'm going to get that back up in there. whole thing is just moving on me. This nut is this is not one of those. Fuck. Self-locking. Bolts, like on the lower steering shaft. That really tickles my heart. That should be. Because God, right now, that would be fucking too nice. Okay. So it's a 15. I got to sneak a 15 up in there somehow on the top. And hold it. Okay, get this hammer shit out of my way. Okay. So if I go... I'm going to have to like do some sort of circus maneuver here. Okay, I can almost get on it. Oh, my back. Oh, my legs. I can't feel my legs. Oh, fuck. That's probably not good. But that's just what it is. Will you go on there and stay? No? You won't? Can I get you on anywhere to stay? Oh, you're not a... What did I grab a... Oh, it's a 15. Is the other side? It's the other side is a 14 or something. Wow. What a fucking hodgepodge of shit. Okay. 14. Will you go on there and be good for me? Oh God, everything just hurts here. Very uncomfortable. Okay, I need you to do that. And then you stay like that. I need you to rotate with the... This is going to be fun to go back on. I need one of those locking bolts. I think that's it. Now, can I get this up there without knocking that off? Is that even doing anything up there? Nope, it fell off. This is one of them. Well, it's not the awkward position. It's not the least awkward either. Is that not a 14? I can't even tell. I can't even. Okay, it's not even fucking 14. It's 13. That would be helpful. Okay. Okay, that'll hold. There we go. Now we're mechanicking. I think being a mechanic, trying to be is basically trying to contort in weird positions. Engineers imagined you being in, and they were probably picturing the image of you contorted like that sexually. It's just some mechanical engineers thing, some kinky shit. God dang. I think this will come off though pretty easy. Okay, that's out. How can I lose the bolt? Come on, little guy. Come on, come out of there. There you go. Oh, yeah. There you go. Okay. Woohoo! Might not ever find that again. Oh. Okay. So, what have I accomplished? I've cursed a lot. I dropped this part out of the truck somehow. I don't know how I'm going to get it back in. But it's my belief that this bastard right here should rotate, and we're going to help it. I'm going to get prepped here. I'm going to get the big guns. Gotta get some light over here. And then we're back. Alrighty, well, attempts at friendly persuasion have failed. Brass. Okay. There it goes. Yeah, right away. Right away. Yeah. Just needed the right kind of tickle. Well, she is right. Okay. Okay. Oh gosh. Okay, I came to some sort of plastic there. I don't know if that's good or not, but this thing is just super rusty. I don't know what's moving and what's not, honestly. I don't think this plastic was moving on this, but I'm going to try to clean that up. And get that, hopefully get this sliding again. I think. So, I've brought a couple aids for that. I think PB Blaster, I don't know if PB Blaster is going to react to the Clorox soap in this, but we're about to find out. Be sure to take deep breaths. Try to recreate a nice holland on there. Ow, this fucking sharp thing on the somebody thinks already banged on this or something. But I don't think anybody else was in here. I think it was a factory steering box. Okay, that's a little less sharp now. Alright, still sharp. Jeez. Okay, not sharp. Some sharp edges here I created. Even banging on this with brass, it gave some. So I don't think what I want to move is moving. I don't think that this thing is operating properly. Oh shit, something just moved in there that I didn't want to move. Yeah, that's fucked. Jeez. Well, they see you coming with this thing, with these, because the factory ones lock up, but that is how it's supposed to work. Now this is obviously a different design than the Chevrolet, the GM. It's not a plastic spline. It is metal on metal, which is good.
And look, they put some sort of grease on this. I'm going to put some more on there. And that boot that went on the firewall, I'm going to put some plastic, like a plastic bag or maybe even something like this, just to try to seal out moisture. I'm wondering if some of the moisture I'm getting in the cab is coming in through that boot. But anyways, we'll get this greased up and then get it in, get some plastic on that, put that boot on, get some plastic, like a plastic bag stuck in around it. And start finishing this up. It's been, it hasn't turned into a complete truck rebuild at this point, but it feels like I have hit a few branches on the way down. The parts store definitely saw me coming. And that GM factory upper steering rod, just not acceptable. Just not acceptable at all. But this will last, and there shouldn't be no failure points, which is nice. All right, I'm gonna get this greased up, and we'll go on over and put her in. Jaw. Okay, we get our ranch up here. What's that? What's that other side of 13? Yeah, I think so. I think I took the nut off, if I remember right. It's hard to film this stuff, I gotta tell you. Just enough room not to do anything. Little turn, little turn, little turn. Little turn, little turn, little turn. Oh, I love little turns. Just love them. I've also got the switch on the brake pedal is no good, so I have no tail lights or no brake lights or cruise control. I've got that sitting up in the console, and that's up in here too. And I'd almost say it's even more fun to get to than this. All right, that is actually on there, and it's on there. It's actually stuck on there. Okay, there we go. Okay, well, let's keep going, by golly. Whew. My goodness. All right, I just found some plastic in the garbage, you know. I just need it to help seal up this big hole. It's just a gaping hole through the firewall. So I got it on the rod and then started stuffing the plastic in. So I'm just cutting this down to size, I guess. I won't be taking this to any award-bearing car shows or truck shows, so nobody should, you know, absolutely lose it if they were to discover that I put plastic in here. Let's try to get this to seal up. There we go. I was wondering if there was some large hole exterior to the truck on the firewall. Well, that was it. But that should slow down the moisture. Okay, we don't need 20 foot of extension. Oh yeah, we're using the babies. What were you, little guys? I thought they were 10s. They are. Use a little baby extension just to get them started. These are really cheap. Are those actual threads? Can I put real nuts on these? No, they're those Chevrolet GM
real coarse, kind of phony threads. And I gotta start them with my finger. Hello, I'd like you to go on. How can I get up in here and be uncomfortable? Oh, probably like this. And now I'm gonna get that back one. Why won't, oh, there you go, come on. Go on, oh yeah, you like being there. Yeah. Okay. I can't even see the back one at all. Gotta totally guess. Well, we're gonna go for the top because it wants to come down. Get this thing at least secured. And we'll try that lower one. Little turn, more little turns. Lots of little turns on this job. Love the little turns. They don't stress me out at all. Okay, one to go. Can I see it from above? Yes. I'm going up. Might be easier to get it there. Now that I've said that, I can see it. Oh, at least I can see it. All right, I looked up the power steering bleed procedures. It's everything I expected. Let's see, in summary. Have the vehicle jacked up, fill the reservoir and power steering pump to full cold, rotate the wheels left to right 20 times. And then they want you to drop it to the ground and do it about 20 to 40 times. 40 times if you have long lines, like maybe a hydro boost system. This is a hydro boost system. I imagine there's longer lines. I'm going to do it all up on the stands, so I'm not working the suspension and all the ball joints and steering components, things like that. I'll completely bleed it up off the ground. I don't like steering a vehicle when it's sitting on its own weight, unless I'm moving. Okay, this goes up, this goes on. We are just about there. Push that in. Nice. Okay. And I'm actually gonna, I think it's easier to get it on the steering box first. There we go. Yeah. And then you come down. Oh, it's actually moving. That's so pleasant. It's just so pleasant. It's a little bit of a chore, but it is moving. Okay, it's moving, but it's okay. There we go. Now can I get you started and to go in? I can't see that divot obviously very easily from the top. Is that wheel nice and centered? It is. It's just a little to the right, but the wheels are just a tinge to the right too. This doesn't have a lot of options. It all kind of goes. So it's rightish or it's not. I mean, your wheel, you could probably kink your wheel inside significantly and have that be off. And maybe that's something you're into. I am not. I am a big factory guy. Well, simple, not factory. I should clarify that. I like things to be simple. So if it's factory and it's simple and it works and it doesn't wear out instantly, if it's factory and it sucks, and there's a better product on the market like this upper steering shaft, I want to change. Okay, I can't really feel if that's going in. It is. It's going in nice and easy. My goodness. Have I caught threads on the bottom? Well, it feels like I'm through. And that is tight. Let's get this bad boy in, and my goodness, we're ready for fluids. I think these shocks on here are, I think they are GM factory. Yeah, man. Impressive. I need to also rust treat this thing real bad. Every second I'm working on it, I feel like this thing is in certain parts rusting away before my eyes. Fortunately, a lot of it is kind of peripheral. The frame itself is not rusting too bad. I really don't like to let shit rust like that though at all. None of us do. I mean, kind of stupid thing to say, I guess. Who likes rust? Well, sometimes shit looks good rusty. Rat rods, I like those. I have an interesting fascination with them. That's nice and tight. Okay. She is connected. Wow. Okay, so the upper steering rod is the one that adjusts. And if yours is factory, I guarantee it's rusted solid unless you live in Arizona. Maybe Nevada, Utah. Yeah, that's probably about it. Maybe parts of California. If you live anywhere else and you see the moistures, yeah, that rod is going to be okay. $100. And again, we'll talk about the cost of all of this at the end. All right, I'm going to start the fluiding, and we'll do some turnage. I'm not going to put the wheel back on yet because, well, we just don't know. We just don't know. I think you go there. And you go up here. Let's see if we can get all this shit out of the way. Kind of cleanly. There's this shit everywhere. Stuff everywhere. Where'd that light go? Oh. Looking for leaks. I think so far so good. I see I think what's a not so fresh droplet right there. But I think we're good. I'm praying that the MAF stays off. The MAF code doesn't fire. No bad noises? So smooth. Okay, the camera was eating files. Took the battery out, put it back in, and it seems to be recording again. I lost a little content there. Nothing new with this system. I think I'm going to investigate some other camera system. This GoPro, I just recovered 12 hours of footage using VLC. Okay, that's good. All right. Oh, sloppy brake pedal. Oh, that's not good. The brake pedal's down a bit. It's working. There might be error. I'm not hearing any crunching or anything. We're not running over tools. That's good. Steering feels right there. Nice and tight. Yeah, the brake pedal, that is not good. It's firming up. Might have needed to let some air go to the return line. Yeah, it's cleaning up. Yeah, okay. Probably should have pumped the brakes while I was just manually turning the wheel. Oh yeah, that's tight as shit. Man, that feels good. I had a noise from the steering box or the power steering pump before too, turning at lower speeds. Oh, that feels so tight. Boy, that is nice. I mean, I feel like I really did something. That like something actually happened. is spot on. That steering box is juicy. Yeah, nice and responsive, no noise. Perfect. Everything sounds good, no MAF warning. So I think I'm back in business. Do an oil change. Check that bed light. See if that seal's dead. Make sure, try to reduce any moisture getting into the cab. Definitely a project worth completing. It feels good. This has been on my list for quite a while. Really been bugging me. Because I want to be able to use this truck to go get heavier shit. It's my best tower. Most reliable. The Dodges are, well, varying degrees of, I think, upcoming complete failure. That 24 valve I have, the steering box on it, I've talked about it before, it's so bad. I think it could start skipping teeth. You just stop getting steering. There's flashing lights up in that mountains. I wonder if that's a logging operation. Logging towers. Yeah, it feels really good. Man, I am pleased with that steering box. Those guys at Redhead, they get her done. I wish there were more focused organizations for other things. You know, specialists in every little field. You can go get shit done and done right one time. Yeah, I would get noise at lower speed turning at all. None now. It's nice and quiet. Still need to do the shocks. Well, that was one thing I forgot. I was trying to remember all the shit I needed in O'Reilly's this morning. But I forgot the solvent. I haven't got my solvent for the solid tank. The shocks for this. They're easy to buzz on and off. I got to take one in though. I'm sure these are a taller shock. They're not factory like I was thinking earlier, because this thing is mega lifted. Mega. Safety cell. Screw off. I don't care right now. Alright. Well, put her in the shop and put hot oil all over my hands. Just like I like. Fortunately, it's easy to get to. Don't even have to jack it up. That's one nice thing about these tall trucks. Got my strap branch available somewhere. I think I've already lost the whole box that was in. I can pull that old filter off. Yeah, no noise at lower speed. Beautiful. Love it. Yeah, everything seems to be operating nominally. Will you go push the button on the car for me, please? I was letting it warm up. Since I did that little move and I had the heater on, so the engine comes on when you have the heater on. You don't just get to run on battery. Grazie.
You trapped me.
No, not really. It's not a predator lock. You can unlock it. There's the yellow and her little shit. Yeah, running really good. 10 out of 10 on that steering box. Okay, let's drop this oil. I'm not going to film that. It's just a stupid oil change. All right. Okay, next we'll be looking at costs, and then 3 projects we can choose from. That's what we'll be doing next. Maybe tomorrow I'll film that. Maybe later tonight. I don't know. This project has me pretty worn out. Not completely worn out. I'm just kind of tired of doing this. It got tedious with the steering shafts and getting frustrated there. I'm not sure if I'm going to leave all that in or edit it out. I'd like to leave it in, but boy, I really got I got mad. I did some cussing. So anyways, catch you in a minute. We'll do costs, look at all the receipts for everything, oil change in the steering box, and all the accessories and projects. All right, how did all this start again? Yeah, the steering box. So let's look at some of the costs of all these things we've done. The steering box, the service work, and we'll start with the steering box. I've already totaled it all up, and get to that at the end. Okay, so the redhead steering box, $491.95 out the door. Again, they did a great job for us, Dee and I. And I'm going to use them again on the 2 Dodges I have out here. And we'll consider those as additional projects. Another one of the original goals was a transmission service. Let's see, for the Dex 3 equivalent Castrol and the Castrol Transmax, the Castrol Transmax and the Transcend, that totaled $297.62. Oil change with MAF cleaner, because I was throwing MAF coats because I started the engine with that towel and that tube off from the turbo. I threw the MAF, the engine coat twice, but it has cleared now. So, but anyways, the oil change was $93.18 with that MAF cleaner. Some more power steering fluid. That was $32.51. Let's see, the filters for the transmission, internal, external. Some more power steering fluid, $115.94. The upper steering shaft that I threw a little tantrum about, $111.64. And then I have ordered shocks, and tomorrow the 3rd brake light gasket will be here. The shocks were a bit of a story today. I popped them off so I could have examples, because I knew this was, obviously a lift, and it wasn't just going to be like, here, I need this shock. We spent probably an hour and a half trying to find shocks by length, extended length and contracted length. We had trouble pushing the rods down in, but we could by hand. I don't think you're supposed to be able to do that. We were able to push them all the way in, It was hard, but we were able to push them in. So I did order shocks. They'll be here the rear ones will be here in a couple days, and then the front ones about the same time O'Reilly's would have got them. It cost me 20. They were going to charge me freight too. 20, 30 bucks more shock and 20 bucks in freight. Okay, so the shocks were about, let's say 460 or something like that. All 4 of them, fronts and rears. The total came out to $1,632. So it ended up surprising me today, adding that up before I filmed this. But ultimately, I got a lot done here, minus the shocks still to do. But well pricey. I know I saved a ton going to a shop or a dealership, and I really had some problems with quality going to taking things to places. I haven't taken any of my things in a long time, but people I know, an ex-girlfriend of mine, we'd argue consistently over having stuff done at dealerships, and then, I'd find a transmission leaking and stuff like that. But and on the next service, I ended up doing, because we had other problems with dealerships and shops. But anyways, okay, so that's the cost. Next part of the video, we'll look at the different projects I have. I know I mentioned 3 originally, but technically there's 2 Dodges. One I've been working on quite a bit. One I scooped up off the webs 8 months ago, 8 months ago. A 24 valve, 2001 24 valve, I think it was. And it needs a steering box bad. So that'll be a video, and we'll be going redhead again. And then it needs all kinds of other things. It's a runner, and I could hook up my trailer that hook up to this and tow with that right now. Doesn't seem to burn much oil or any at all, and it doesn't really have any blow-by. It's got 460,000 miles on it, something like that. But that's not one of the main projects, being that it's a runner. I can get in it and move it around the yard and mow under it, I need to get these projects growing trees in them and on them and around them. I need to get them moving. And then there's a little Volkswagen Golf TDI, a little diesel Volkswagen I'm interested in getting running. It'd be a great little parts chaser. 60 miles to the gallon all day long. Pretty excited about that one too. But we'll look at the 3 main projects and the others, right now. All right, the projects. Everything's a project around here. But I have these are main projects I want to get to working on. Like this runs. Put way too much money in this 3 Series. Great little car. This is in no particular order. Item number 1, 79 Ford F350 Ranger Camper Special XLT with the 460 in it. I got her some new shoes because the 16.5's in the bed. Couldn't get rubber for them. I use this as my winch truck to try to make sure I don't hit structures when I pull trees down. I have video. Didn't do too well over here with a couple. About hit the house. I don't even know if I'm going to publish those, but like these can all reach the house. I measured, but those 2 are kind of leaning away. Those 2 can also reach the pump house over here. I don't like that. But anyways, I use this truck to pull trees down. Like this one's leaning towards the garage. So this is my only winch truck right now. This truck's essential that I actually keep running. And I do really like this one. I've got a story with each of these that I'll tell when we're working on them. Okay, next one. Come on, doggo. And just since it's so visible, behind the trailer here, 72 volts Cutlass, not an SS not a 445, 454, whatever. Can't think it's 445. Can't remember the designation right now, but I did a frame off on this. You can't tell, but the whole frame has been powder coated. There was a company in Tacoma that's since closed 10-15 years ago. Had them blast it and powder coat the frame and all the suspension parts. Has the original Rocket 350 rebuilt in it by a buddy that owned an auto shop up north, and he sold that. He put a 4-speed behind that. But everything else about this car is birth control. It needs interior and body, and obviously some paint. And then obviously the little TDI, little diesel TDI. Call that side project. The green Dodge side project. There's a 2500 Dodge over there with a 24 valve in it just beyond the Chev. Side project. Okay, last one. 71 Buick Centurion. This does have the big block in it. 454, I believe. A tree had been growing years ago right here. The car was further forward. It was actually pulling the bumper up. My dad was a master with this Case 580E. He bent all the cars around here in some way with that. Hit the shop. But I got to get this out of these bushes. I'm constantly out here trying to keep the sticker bushes out of it. Somebody threw something through the front windshield. There's a big hole there, so I do have it tarped. See, this tarp's already ripping. A tree fell on this, much like this one, but bigger, and dented the hood, the roof. It was really nice to find that. That's another reason I'm taking trees down. They're just destroying everything. I got some big ones back here I'm kind of concerned about for the shop. I'm working on the house obviously first, because that's where Girlie and I live. But I'll probably get the garage and shop cleaned up next. But again, I keep getting sidetracked with those darn trees. They are kind of the first project around here, because they are falling. There's one leaning. I don't think it's necessarily leaning because it's trying to fall. It just grew that way. But I need to get that down like this week, next week. I want to clear all these out over here and make this an open area for parking. Get stuff out from beneath trees. Grow a weird mildew algae on my vehicles here, and it kind of eats into the clear coat paint, I've observed. Where you have clear coat on things around here. I don't have a lot of things with clear coat anymore. But anyway, those are the projects. I'm going to shut up about trees, although I can't get it out of my head. I am filming all that, putting that over on my Bush Fix Farm channel. I'd say it's a little bit more of a boring channel, but it's work nonetheless. I do things like tip my tractor over fallen trees and wild shit like that. Just trying to stay alive, getting these down. I used to be good at fallen trees. It feels like I'm not anymore, but anyway, boy, I do need to get over here like ASAP. I'm going to shut up about trees. I said I would. Oh, and sticker bushes. This is another project for the garage, Bushwick's garage. My dad used to have his compressor out here, and somebody stole the motor off of it for a little bag of tweak. And it was nice to have that out here. It was a lot quieter, you know. A lot of my videos, I hear my air compressor running in there. I'd like to put it out here. I've just been working everywhere else. So this is kind of the last corner of the property, I'm calling it, that needs work. I had a tenant that lived here for a while, left full barrels of oil out in the rain, and they took water. These are waste now. They're just for starting clean up fires. Anyway, I got to get these darn sticker bushes out of here. Oh, there's some good berries. But those are projects as well, just not car projects, but or truck projects. But it feels like never ending. I fell a bunch of trees over here last year that were too close to the shop, rubbing on the roof of the shop and shit. Trying to save the shop, obviously. Trying to save the garage. All right, girl, let's go edit this down. Come on. Hey. Sniffs a lot. Come on. Let's go inside. And I'll be done with this power steering video for the Chevy.